All right, so boom. I said I was gonna be consistent on this YouTube thing, and that's exactly what we out here trying to do. I think I'm in Jersey City. At least I started there. I may be in a city over or so, don't know. But Statue of Liberty is behind me somewhere. Ellis Island is like right there. I could probably swim to it, even though I can't swim. So maybe I'll let the ocean current take me over there. But anyway, we're over here shooting the new pickup. We got an A4. S4 is down. Unfortunately, we needed to get around, so we got an A4. I love the backdrop with the buildings. I positioned the car somewhere where I can get that aesthetic. So let's get it. We're on the 85 right now. I'll show you those shots in a second. We're shooting vertical, because this is probably for IG. The car content at least. And then I have a 24 to 70, so we'll see what a, I guess 24 mil looks like. I don't have any of my wide primes today, so let's get it, y'all. See, how could you not love the Osmo as a BTS cam, as it tracks me right now? Suction cup mount. Come on, this is perfect. Let's get these shots. So, you all right over there, young man? So the 85 is pretty hard to shoot with, in the sense that, so the 85, let me show y'all what I'm looking at real quick. We are at 60 frames per second, 1/125 for my shutter, 6.3 for my f-stop, because we want some of those building details. The issue is my car is in a shadow area, right? Because I don't want to blow it out or be too reflective in the sun. Also, there's no option to have it in the sun, so there's that too. It's just by default in the shade. How you doing? So the challenge with the 85 is small movements create big jitters, right? And to even get a parallax motion, the rotation has to be very precise for it to look good. You see how, like, I turn, it's not smooth, it's like turn, straighten, turn, straighten. So point is, the 85 looks beautiful, but it's one of the hardest lenses to shoot on the gimbal for automotive content, because you have to be further away from the subject, and your framing, especially if you want to keep it centered. I mean, moving a little slower helps. That was actually a pretty good shot. I like that one. Oh, I'm also shooting S-Log3 and ISO 640. So that was pretty much the establishing shot, right? It's wide, shows the full car, and now I would go closer for some detail shots. So let's go on that journey. Now we get some of these tighter shots. So we got movement in the background. Y'all know I love my movement. Let's bump that. So like get the, whatever that is, fairy in the background, a little parallax shot. And we also have a CPL on here, which, as you can see right now as I spin this, it's going to affect how my colors pop. So I don't really like this shot. It doesn't show the beauty of this scenery, right? I'm out here, so these high shots cut all the buildings, but this shot is still, I mean, once you get tight on this shot, you can still do this. But I like all my shots with some foreground and background in it. So for something like this, I'd probably go a little, let's see if our three-quarters view helps in this situation. Spin that ND, hopefully cut some of that glare right about there. That's good enough. But then our top is white. We want to separate the car from the background. That should be fun. See, now let's, that parallax I'm talking about, it's harder, but it looks beautiful. Like, watch when I color grade it. So I'm gonna show you the S-Log version, and I'm gonna show y'all the color grade version. That's nice. Now we can get, we already got that shot. So let's, with the wheel, we would straighten up the wheel a little bit. The wheel shot shouldn't be with a crooked wheel. I mean, the wheel's nothing special, but we're gonna do a feature on the car. See, I know I should have brought my 70 to 200. Yeah, I left it at home. I'm like, I'll be good, I don't need it. And sure enough, what do I need? We could do another orbiting shot here with the wheel. I like to orbit right? That's my stronger side. I feel like my body's more coordinated going to right than the left. Spin this ND so we get that separation at the top. It is hard to tell when spinning the ND if we're good. All right, I think we're good right there. I have gamma assist on, so that kind of helps a little bit. Let's frame this up a little bit. We can actually get a little tighter, so we don't need to see all the car, and then we can rotate like this. It's pretty hard to rotate like that. I can stabilize it in post, but that's not a bad wheel shot right there. Now, we come to other details like the rear. We could get the yams, might be a little close. Spin that ND, of course. And then I like this shot right here, this framing. Fills up a good amount of the frame. We have some foreground and background. Well, not really foreground, we have some background, and we orbit. We got some movement in the background, but I don't want to get my shadow in there, so my reflection, I should say. Let's try different angles, see what we get. Boom. We get it's very reflective in this corner, but it is what it is. This is a good one too, because now we get, this is like a 3/4. We get some of the side and the rear. Add some dimension to the shot. But then all we got is white right there. I don't like that. Where's the buildings? Right there. So the issue with exposing for this kind of situation is, right, I have my car in the shadows, and then the background is blown out white. We can spin the ND to bring back some blues in it, and that may help. But ultimately, we're gonna have to come down in exposure, underexposing the car, so we can save some of the highlights in the background. That's not bad right there. So let's orbit this. Boom. I like that shot. The first one I exposed the car properly, but I did not expose for the background. So something has to be sacrificed in these dynamic lighting situations. As far as other details, I mean, I guess I can get the S-Line logo. I didn't even realize this was S-Line. I don't know if there's any performance difference, like suspension and whatnot, but there is some aesthetic difference with an S-Line model. Bump up our exposure to get this logo. We're on F5. That is too low, because we need to go, at least when I read just the car, we're at -7. Let's bump up a little bit. CPL action going on there. And let's get a little bit of something for movement. I guess the wheel should be fine. And then now with the wheel, orbit. I can get closer, make this bigger. Make it fill up the screen a little bit more. Maybe even get the mirror in the shot for some, and then use the mirror to reveal it a little bit. Come on, give me some rotation. And rotate, perfect. I don't think I was in complete focus there. Let's try that again. Orbit, give me that orbit. That's a nice shot, I like that shot a lot. Windows down so we can get that interior shot real quick. And the interior is clean. See how long that lasts. Interiors are very challenging too, because you need enough light while not blowing out your background. But the 85 always makes for a magnificent interior shot lens. Spin that ND, get rid of that. Yeah, make the steering wheel black at the top. And orbit. I love interior shots. I could actually come back a little bit. About right there, yeah. But then we get a little bit of the white blown out background, orbit. Boom. We get the seat shots. I don't know if the 85 is best for this, but we can get a little bit of it, cover some of it, and then we orbit. Boom. That was nice. My battery's about to die on this camera. Now let's get some of these interior bit details. So like the shift knob control. So this we can do either a slider shot. I think you need a little orbit in there. So I try to stay away from too much orbits, not try to make it so mundane, but they just look so beautiful. Get the subject in the middle, you move right while rotating left. How can you hate that shot? If I can get some of the buildings, let's see, if I expose for the buildings, I underexpose my background, my interior. So this is a challenge, but it looks good when we have some of that background element in the shot. I guess we can get the S-Line logo. It does light up. That's nice. Very nice touch, Audi. Very nice touch. We were shooting at f6.3 a second ago. We are underexposed. Let's see, get that S-Line, light up S-Line, orbit. Good. cut on that for my battery dies. Those interior shots where I'm going from the back seat to reveal the center console are a little hard because, oh, we have a big bus coming through. Let me move out the way. I don't think homie can get through here if I'm in his way. You good? All right. Man said, I'm a driver, bruh. I got this. He said, I drive for a living. He said, I drive for a living. I didn't buy my license. So that's pretty much it for the 85 right now. We're gonna switch over to the 24 and see what some wide shots look like. Let's zoom in a little bit on this one. Is this a CP? Yes, this is a CPL ND combo again. Let's try. I love those combos. I hate having two separate ND systems on one lens. It becomes tedious. See this? I feel like the car's underexposed, but all right, let's focus on the sky, get it as bright as we can without completely blowing it out. This is a lot easier. We get way more real estate in this, obviously, because we're on the 24. Start off with that wide establishing orbiting shot. Boom. I like the arrow in it. That's actually pretty cool. And now we go up for our closer shots. Spin that ND so we get a little bit of blue on the top part. I'm not gonna lie, normally I go for the 85, but this 24 in this situation looks really, really good. Let's see if we can get that shot a little bit more artistic. Orbit like that. Not bad. I don't feel like changing the wheel right now. So we're gonna get this shot. Let's see what our ND is doing. So we have separation at the top. All right, we can actually drop the exposure down on this. See, we're already at 2.8. So we get a little bit more details. I can already tell you the car's underexposed in this shot, but our background's not, so we're gonna let it rock. And then we orbit. I can't see if my reflection's in the shot right now, but just in case it is, let's do it. Let's drop that angle a little bit. Let's come from this angle. Now I know I'm not in the shot. Boom. Since we're already here, let's get our S-line detail. We can get a lot closer. Let's bump up our exposure a tad. Let's shift that ND so right here is nice. And let's do a similar shot where we have the, now we can't, it's too far back. It does not look good. It does not look good. I'm fine with that. I can deal with that shot. Let's get the rear real quick. Get a lot more of the rear in the shot now. Spin that ND, of course. I see me, so I say we try to blend me in a corner where you can't. Just tilt up. You see my plate, unfortunately. Whatever, I might blur it out, we'll see. Orbit. Nope, you see me too much on that. So I may have to go closer and try to orbit in a way you won't see me. Maybe if I go lower and up. You still kind of see me. I don't like that you see me. You gotta find that sweet spot where it's kind of like, and then see if the ND helps you out. ND does not help me out even the least. Not even a little. All right, we're gonna have this shot. So this is why I would normally do this tighter. I wouldn't do this on the 24 if it's so reflective. Let's get our interior shots. So what you just missed is one of the environmental pow just came through, asking, you know, what I'm doing, because he controls the film permits and whatnot. I said, brother, I'm making a YouTube video about car camera angles. He said, all right, as long as you could get done in a couple of minutes, we good. I said, all right, brother. He said, all right, brother. I'm back at it. All right, see, I like the wide. I like the 85, but I'm not gonna lie. First off, we're gonna have to bump this exposure up a lot. Right? I already know. And then we orbit. Oh no, how we did this one. We gotta reveal how we did the last one. Reveal. Let's get that wheel more centered. So you spin that ND a little bit, get that wheel black at the top. All right. We don't really want those other cars, so let's drop down a little bit. And then let's do one more. I'm getting my shadow shift, so we may have to go up a little. I'm still getting my shadow in this shot. It's a challenging shot, but you gotta figure it out. Right now, just in the interest of time, I'm gonna let my shadow rock. But normally, I would either reposition the car or find a different angle. Find a tighter angle, something. Usually I go tighter. That's why I like the 24-70. Makes it quick. Let's get our orbiting shot of this without hitting the car. And there we go. Little shadow on that one. but it's cool. All right, so there you have it. I'm gonna put both lenses side by side. Hopefully I'm not silhouette right now, but I'm gonna put the 85 Sony, it's not a G Master, it's a 1.8, and the Sigma 24-70, we stayed on 24 the whole time. It's a 2.8 lens. Both had CPLs, both had ND filters because filmmaker. So let me know which are your favorite shots for which angles. You know, do you like wides for some and then tight for the other? XYZ. I love the 85 and the compression because it allows the buildings to come in closer. So yeah, let's see how that goes in the future. No, so yeah, so let me know in the comments which was your favorite lens and favorite angles. Classic, they come around years later and say it's a sleeper. The ears are real, the petty is real. I charge my ex for deposit the money to Brenda Leticia, Linda Felicia. She gave it me twice, I didn't even know for once. You know I'm a pleaser. 42mm, was made in Geneva.